Hello? Okay. Good afternoon. Please join me and bow your heads for prayer. Dear God, after the 4 years of hard work, challenges, and memories, we thank you for allowing us to be able to stand here today. Thank you for our parents, families, and friends, for all their love and support, all of their hard work and constant efforts in giving us the best. Thank you for the people around us who has made moments into memories, from the very first step we took into school to the last bus ride outside of the gates. Throughout all of the trials and tribulations, there has also been a significant amount of victories that could have only been done through you. So we thank you for all of our blessings for today and whatever may come next. Amen.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, Bilong, Ibadol, parents, teachers, family, friends, and faculty. First off, I believe we owe our success to God. So, thank you, God. And now, to those of you sitting before us. Each of you deserves recognition for having played a major part in the success of the graduates you see before you. Without your unwavering support and your dedication, we wouldn't be standing before you today. So thank you. I remember telling my parents a couple months ago it was a waste of time for me to apply to certain schools because I didn't feel I was good enough. But not once did they agree. I doubted myself, but they believed in me, and so did my peers, and they ended up being right. Their unwavering support and belief in me meant everything in those moments leading up to finding out where my future would be. I think the same goes for all of us up here. We are forever grateful for the time you've invested in us and our futures, and for believing we could succeed even when we may have doubted ourselves. To the families, friends, all of you sitting before us, thank you. And now to my fellow graduates, my former classmates now, my brothers, my sisters. Over the last 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, 9 years, or 12 years that we spent together, there's much to be said. We've seen each other grow up, from learning addition and subtraction with numbers to doing so many more equations with letters for some reason. From show and tell to 15-minute presentations and reciting Shakespeare. From learning about the water cycle to learning chemical reactions and the bonds that water has. For simply experiencing gravity to knowing why it's there. We have our teachers to thank for this academic growth. If my speech was a dedication to you all, I would go through every single one of you. But my memory isn't great either, and it's not that. But thank you for not only helping us grow academically, but spiritually as well. Like I said before, we've grown and changed. Coming into freshman year, we had remnants of our 8th grade drama. Our unity wasn't quite there. I remember arguments on the bus, and a lot of pettiness. But as the years went by, we changed. Sophomore year, we only had a few teachers because of COVID, so we couldn't do electives and a few other classes. Those were replaced with study halls, where we spent so much time together and bonded a lot. So by the time junior year came around, that was when I truly realized the strength in our unity. We were setting up for a JS banquet, and our sponsor got COVID and wasn't able to attend or help us set up. I remember the stress I felt and the tears that event brought to my eyes. But I also remember the stress it brought upon all of us as a whole, and the sweat we shed together in preparation for the banquet. I thought that as class president, I was solely responsible for the success of banquet, but that wasn't true. And my classmates made sure I didn't carry that weight alone. They reminded me I wasn't alone, and they taught me how to laugh in times of stress and struggle, and how to have a little fun when the world feels like it's falling apart. They taught me to smile through the struggle and remain positive. Another example of this is for Palau history class, Ms. Joy planned us a field trip to Palau. It felt like a retreat more than anything. Of course, it was still educational. We still had to answer questions and tour the island looking at World War II structures. But those bus rides in Palau were special. I've never heard us sing off tune so loud, with such joy and passion. There's no other class I'd rather sing like that with. On the same trip, we went to have lunch at Hormelt. It was supposed to be just lunch, but the bus broke down, and we ended up having to push it to get it started again. So we pushed back and forth until finally it started, and once again we laughed through the struggle. And there is strength and unity in going through stressful times. With support from the people around you, you can smile even through your problems. My arms were sore that day, but so was my jaw from laughing and smiling too much. Some say a speech like this is meant to offer advice or a lesson to the audience and fellow graduates. When it comes to life, I'm not one to look for such things. Instead of the audience, I will focus on what the graduates you see before you have taught me. They have taught me the power of unity and the peace that comes with it through tough times. But the biggest thing I've learned from them is to be grateful. Time moves even if you don't. One of my best friends said I should quote Dr. Seuss, and so I will, because this quote is what inspired most of my speech. He says, "Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Time flies, so take hold of any opportunity that comes your way." The people you see before you today have always reminded me that life is short and the time you get to spend with people will slip away quickly. Enjoy those moments, be grateful for every memory you've made, because there will come a day when you won't get to make any more with those same people. We've kayaked together and apart by accident, so glad we're still complete. We've wrestled, we've fought, been pushed to the ground too hard in a friendly chapel skit. We rescued Peter's car from the mud. We've been poisoned by food together. We've been almost killed by one cockroach together. A lizard has tried to attack us from the ceiling. High school has been traumatic at times, from dealing with broken pencils to broken chairs to broken buses. Through thick and thin, whether we lose or win, they've been right there. All of them have seen me crying about this day at random times for the past few months, but it's just because I'm just so proud of each and every one of them and what the future holds for them. I do have one piece of advice to share with my class, and that will go for me too. Don't do the bare minimum in life. I believe you all have the potential to do incredible things. You may not believe it, just as I didn't believe it, but I believe in you. And I'm sure those who support you and are here today believe you can do amazing things as well. I love you all. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it.
As a token of appreciation, the class of 2023 would like to gift Palau Mission Academy with 2 water dispensers. We wanted to show our appreciation for all the hard work and dedication that goes into keeping our school running smoothly. One will be in the gym for students to use during PE. Another will be in the office for students, for everyone to use. These water dispensers are our way of saying thank you and providing a small convenience to everyone. Thank you for all that you do for us, and we're happy to give back in this small way.
Thank you. I'd like to invite or present our next 2 guests. The first is the Nakbang State Governor, Mr. Jersey Iyer, followed by Mrs. Sandra Parentozzi presenting the Sumang Dume Scholarship. I think they're on stage.
Alin? malungili tasil se president, principal sa tigal graduates. So lang ngartial kabenor ngatbang el mo award ra scholarship el mo rangal gel atarangal gel ngatbang. Tal scholarship mal dirga ngasgal scholarship dirga argil 8 years scholarship ra. Kumbot starter gi. So la ulum dasul wase scholarship ra mora rangal gel ngatbang. Top dirinya ngatbang state. Wal bara distan encourage ngal ko mosbil بالمول من توفر هاي سكول ادي ريغل كونتينيو ادوكيشن تين برا تاينغ كوليج سو لاني او تراول داسو واسي كدا غوغرا بروغرام مو كلودو دني مو سب الا دي خدي ترجل غورا ويلا تنغر تنغال دي ريغل مو ترجل غال سب اريل كوادويت سلما سيرتيفيكيت را هاي سكول امام المول ما سكول را كوليج من Kudumbil ulia program ra 8 years ako. So lang ulum dasul wasin giredan manglorngi mamopto kangal. Hindi kidisel din betengel wasin kentela eka nami ul emal ma program dirga wal gere udaw dar alsen. Diregal ngar alamar ulum dasul wasin giredan manglorngi mangalio rangal ngatpang mamosub adil malmol maskulir ya talak to set territory de memotmokra meurol girela bulur ngatpang malu ben bulur belaw. Gel ngal gel gupno subel longot tangat ngal gel tangal minutal scholarship none other than Miss Ultay Anseli Remosao Surangal.
Malingili Tasils to everybody. Good afternoon, everyone. As you all know, I've never been a parent, but one of the joys I enjoy is giving scholarships for the last 30-some years in Palau. And looking at the faces in the audience today, I know as a parent, your heart is overfilled with joy. I wish I could confer scholarships to all the students here, but with my limited resources, I can only do limited efforts. And today's Sumantame scholarship goes to, let me read the scholarship. The Sumantame Memorial Scholarship Award, be it known that of Palau Mission Academy is the recipient of the 2022-2023 Sumantame Memorial Scholarship Award for Academic Excellence and Scholarship, and is presented the Certificate of Recognition on this 28th day of May 2023 at Ecuador State Republic of Palau. I'm very happy to note that hard work and perseverance is available to anybody who works hard and can earn high credits and whatever blessings goes to them. So I'd like to call on, is this Miss or Mr.? Miss Ultay Anjali R. Surangal.
Thank you, Governor Ayar and Mrs. Parentozzi, for presenting those special scholarships to our students and for always supporting our students in Palau. Thank you so much. At this time, the seniors are going to share tokens of appreciation along with a message to their families and friends. And as the seniors present these gifts with gratitude, please kindly, I'd like to remind you kindly, to not put any lays on them at this time. We'll wait for the appropriate time at the end. And actually, at the end of today's ceremony, when the seniors exit the main hall, they're going to come back in, and then they're going to have their names positioned around the indoor of the facility so you can greet them and reciprocate the love that they're about to show you at this time. So thank you so much for your cooperation and your understanding.
To my family, Mom, Dad, thank you for your endless support. Thank you for believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself. Thank you for your expectations, because although they stress me, they motivate me and help me believe in myself. Thank you for the lessons you've taught me and the love you've given me. I love you both very much. To my grandparents, thank you for always making me feel loved and never letting me go hungry. I'm so grateful for your support, and I love you guys so much. To my siblings and cousins, thank you for being the homies since birth, and for the laughs and the tears. And to my class, thank you for becoming my family.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for guiding me through this journey. To my family and friends, thank you for all the love and support that you have shown. To my parents, thank you for all the hard work and sacrifices you have done to provide the best education for me. Thank you for all the lessons that you have taught me that I will always keep with me as I go on this new journey of my life. I wouldn't be who I am without your love and support. I promise to always do my best. To my friends and classmates, thank you for being my support system throughout this high school life. Thank you for all the memories that I will forever treasure. This chapter of my life has come to an end, and you guys will always be the most memorable ones.
To my sister Itoy, my best friend in the whole world, thank you for just being you. Without even trying, you have taught me so much and are the reason I have grown into the person I am today. Even when you may not understand the things I say, you are someone I can speak to about anything and feel nothing but comfort. Though we may fight and argue a lot because you like to get on my nerves, I love and appreciate you so much, and I hope to be a big sister you proudly look up to. And to my mom, my number one, thank you so much for everything that you've done for me. You're the true reason I am who I am today, and everything I've accomplished is all thanks to you. Your selflessness and humility has taught me so much and has inspired me all throughout my life. Thank you for always being there in my highest of highs and my lowest of lows. We've grown so much together and continue to every single day. I hope that I make you proud as a mother and that when people see me, they see you.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for this incredible experience and for being with me every step of the way. And to the person who was with me through it all, thank you, Mom, for your love, time, and support for me throughout these years. Thank you for your patience in times I was difficult. Thank you for loving me unconditionally. I am grateful for you always. I love you, Mommy. And to my dad, I thank you for my love of basketball and for the things you've taught me in the years that you were here. To my loving family, thank you all for being my support system. To my best friend, I made it. It's my turn now. I'm grateful for all the laughs, tears, and every single moment we've had. Thank you so much for being there no matter what. I love and appreciate you more than you know. Lastly, shout out to my buddies, Dwayne and Ryan. Peace out.
At multiple points, I considered giving up completely. Thank you to everyone who convinced me there were much better things to do. I don't know where I'd be without all those wonderful people God had put into my life. To the family I was given, thank you for being my roots, holding me strong and keeping me grounded, and also for constantly reminding me how much my tuition cost. And I thank the family I chose for encouraging my growth in ways I couldn't have achieved on my own. Thank you to those who'd uplifted me at my worst and those who walked alongside me at my best. And also, because of the growth I've experienced in these past 4 years, I'd like to thank myself as well. Kumpal Masaw.
To be here today is such a blessing, but to be able to have such love and support in my life, I will forever be thankful for. To my dad, I thank you for being the stable foundation I needed when I couldn't stand on my own. All of your hard work and all the love you have shown me is exactly what had gotten me through these 4 years. From holding me as I cried over a math test to listening to me complain about a volleyball game, you have seen me through it all, even from an island away. I love you, Dad. To my mom, through actions you have shown me how to love, give, and care for others. But most importantly, you have shown me ways to be independent and make the best out of life. You are my best friend, and we're finally here at graduation. We did it, Mom. To my grandma, I love you so much. Remember that time at Independence Day when the coconut hit your car window? Sorry. But through thick and thin, you've always had my back, and I thank you so much for everything you have given me. And finally, to all the people in my life who have supported and given me love, thank you for blessing my life.
First and foremost, I would like to take this time to thank God for everything He's done in my life, for guiding me and being there for me throughout my journey. Second of all, I would like to thank my parents for always supporting me in everything I do, for encouraging me to always do my best, and for always being there for me every step of the way. I may not always say this, but I love you both so much, and I'm very thankful to have you guys be a part of my life. To my friends, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, and I thank God for putting you all in my life. My high school journey wouldn't have been filled with lots of love, fun, craziness, and new adventures if it weren't for y'all. I thank you all for the memories we've made throughout our high school years. It will forever be cherished, and you all will forever hold a special spot in my heart.
First off, I want to thank God for allowing me this huge achievement. Mom, thank you for your endless love and support. Thank you for all the sacrifices you've made for me and for always being there for me. I wouldn't be here where I am today if it weren't for you. To my grandparents, Sulang Rarokoy, thank you for your guidance and wisdom. My family, I can't thank you guys enough for your support, motivation, guidance, and love, especially my aunties and uncles who I look up to. And to Aliu and JR who have been an inspiration to me to do my best and work hard. To my friends, thank you for all the laughs and memories. There's never a dull moment with you guys, and I'm forever grateful for you guys. To all my teachers, thank you for your patience and hard work. And to those who are not mentioned, you have all had an impact in my life, and I'm so grateful.
God, I thank you for everything you've done in my life. Thank you for blessing me with these wonderful people in my life that have motivated me and helped me reach my goal. I would love to thank my parents, Mami, Papa. Thank you for helping me and guiding me to become my best to achieve this greatest accomplishment in my life. Thank you for always keeping up with me. I know I may be dongrengal sometimes, but you guys always have the patience and the time to set me right from my wrongs. And to my classmate, thank you for being with me throughout my years in elementary school to high school. I'm thankful for the fun and emotional memories we've all been through. And last but not least, to my favorites, I love you guys too much. I'm thankful for all the time we spent together, like literally, and the ugly laughs we do. I enjoy the fun road trips and those times we've crash experienced.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank God. He knows the rest. Now to my parents and grandparents, thank you for sacrificing so much for my education and always believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. To Abel, my sibling, thank you for always keeping me accountable as I do to you, and for supporting me when I go through rough waters. You mean a lot to me. To my classmates, thank you for making these past years unforgettable and for being a constant source of encouragement. To my mentors and coaches, thank you for your guidance and mentorship, pushing me to excel and never settling for mediocrity. To everyone who has been a part of my journey, thank you from the bottom of my heart. As I embark on the next chapter of my life, I will never forget all of you who inspired me to be who I am today.
The time has come where all those late nights studying, crying sessions, and those days where I just questioned if it was worth it, all finally paid off. First, I want to thank the man in the sky for making all of this possible and for giving me the courage and the motivation to go through these 4 years and coming out strong. A big thank you goes to my father man and my mom to always encourage and push me to exceed my own expectations and always keeping me grounded no matter what. Even though I'm your biggest headache, everything you guys did never went unnoticed. Because of both of you, I am who I am today. I love you both endlessly. Thank you to all my siblings and family for babysitting me and watching and helping me grow into the individual that I am. Those conversations, advices, bullying, tears, and those days we grew up together will forever be a part of me. To the class of 2023, it's so unreal we're here right now. I remember talking about this moment. Now the time has come and it's all so surreal. The biggest thank you and I love you goes to you guys. Thank you for being the biggest core memory I could ever have growing up. From elementary kids to now big kids going on to the next step. The moments we cried, laughed, hung out, argued, and just being in each other's presence is something I will never ever forget. I'm so proud of us. Lastly, to all my brothers, you all know who you are. I love you all so much. Thank you for being part of my last chapter in the books and for making my senior year the most memorable one yet. Love all of you guys forever.
I want to thank my parents for all the hard work they do for me and my siblings, for making sure we're well fed, clothed, and looked after with great love and care. Thank you, Mom, for always pushing and encouraging me to do my very best. And Papa, thank you for always making me laugh and going above and beyond to provide for us. Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa, for your endless love and support. I couldn't have done it without you. And if it weren't for you all, I wouldn't be here right now. You all have taught me a lot, and for that, I'm thankful. Thank you to all the teachers for truly caring for us and for all the sacrifices you've made. We appreciate you. And to the class of 2023, we finally made it. Those late nights procrastinating and cram jams on the bus in the mornings were all worth it in the end. Thank you for all the fun and spontaneous memories we've made over the past 4 years. We couldn't have asked for a better class.
Lee, I would like to dedicate this tribute to all the people who've helped me reach this point. My family, teachers, and friends, I would like to thank you deeply from the bottom of my heart. And I want to express that I am truly grateful for all the love and support and teachings that you have provided me throughout my time at Palau Mission Academy and in life in general. And most importantly, and above all, I would like to thank my mom and God for always being there for me, even in my toughest of times and at my highest of highs. I thank you deeply. Thank you.
Hello, this is my tribute. I want to thank my mom for always loving me, and I want to thank my dad for teaching me to think for myself. I want to thank my grandpa Greg for teaching me all sorts of wisdom and knowledge about the world. I want to thank my grandpa James. I'll always remember you. I want to thank my grandma Maura and my grandma Tanglai for always taking care and loving me. And I want to thank my auntie Maggie for being a great auntie and helping me with all sorts of applications and assignments for school and college. Thank you, Uong, for pushing me to become more ready for my future. I'd like to also thank the friends, teachers, family, and pets that I couldn't mention. I couldn't do it without you.
Drahirojcze, to dzień, kiedy maturuję. Dziękuję wam, żeście mnie podprowadzili i pomagali. Wdziękuję wam, że mogę dosięgnąć tento úspech. Napriek tomu, że są mnie uczty i się jako ste vyčli, a možno sam was aj nahavievo. Vy ste boli zdravdliví, učili ste ma, nasmarovali ste ma tak, aby som sa správne rozhodol. Naozabujem sa, učty snažť robiť všetko tak, aby ste na mňa boli uštyharili. Čap som vám, ako aj moja sestra Džadža, veľmi pekne poďakovať. Pojem vás mať uštylať. Nakoniec, čaby som poďakovať všetkým prúšiakom. Ďakujem vám, že som mohol žať krásny svivle v tomto treštom období mojeho staroškolského života. Ďakujem.
嗨，2000多个日夜夜，今天我终于毕业啦！首先，我非常感謝你爸還有你娘，多謝你大家咁多年來嘅照顧、支持，還有教導，還有阿爸，我非常感謝你對我嘅關愛和支持，我真嘅好多謝你出現在我嘅生命當中。 ngài cảm謝ngài所做嘅家園。And now I want thanks to all my teacher and classmates. I really appreciated your help over the years. I love you all. 最后，我想感謝我所有的朋友們，謝謝你這麼多年一直以來的照顧陪伴，非常感謝，謝謝。
Qot ang maliswa kalmutal teal e orang asulila Dios alul makartangar el alsids. Ongerung, Mom, Dad, KCM, Tu, Moais, Matons, sulang rarokuyel mirul alun waserangak. Mamikan, Tati Oms, Mariang Malayna, sulang rarokuy akom dimdingi, Selkmal. May 6808 fams, Marokuyel sa alik, sulang rarokuy. Fumiko, Wes, Maray, Osub, Samsel, Simer, Ilong, Klerang, Auntie loves you guys. Angko Amos, sulang altim lam lisi ranguk, makuk mlamamara karatarataw araklangar. I love and miss you so much, and wherever you are, I hope I made you proud. Malmal malamis rangay mamaklarangak almuraw ngirail. To my fellow classmates, we made it. Thanks for everything, and I love you guys.
First off, I just want to thank my parents. Thank you, Mom, for always putting food on the table and for being able to deal with me in the bed. To my father, thank you for always pushing me to do my best and for always finding a way to provide for the family. I am beyond blessed to have you guys as my parents. And to Mr. Sanchez and the teachers, thank you guys for everything you've done for us. It was a fun year and I am thankful to have spent it with you all. To my classmates, we finally made it. Thank you all for the memories and I will never forget you guys. I love you all.
First of all, I just want to say thank you to God for guiding me these past 4 years of high school. I also want to say thank you to my mom and my dad for always cheering for me, comforting me, and encouraging me. You always push me to be the best version of myself and you support me no matter what. Thank you also to my friends and teachers for always being there for me and for all the memories we built together. I'm grateful for the opportunity to spend these last 3 special days with the people I love the most.
Good afternoon, everyone, family, friends, honorable guests, and the class of 2023. Today, I'm given the privilege to talk in front of all of you. So, 4 years. It's been 4 years of hard work, perseverance, dedication, and a little bit of procrastination. We have finally arrived at this point, but we could have done it without the people who have taken their time to get up every day to teach, to drive, and to prepare our meals. Today, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of the staff members. First, I want to thank Mr. Reginald Agustin and Mr. Marlon Thomas for your dedication and hard work. These 2 individuals have taken the time to drive us from STA to PMA and back every day. Without these people, we would have not gotten to school safely. These people are the key as to why our school is maintained clean and organized. So, thank you to Mr. Reggie and Mr. Marlin for your hard work and dedication to this school. I also want to take this chance to say thank you to our cafeteria crew, Ms. Jasmine Alban, Mr. Limuel Alban, and Mr. Joel Ibon, and Mr. Bernard Hilario. These individuals has taken their time to prepare our meals every single day. Thank you for your hard work and dedication. At this time, I want to give a big shout out to Ms. Janae Rogers, who has been our pre-calculus and algebra 2 teacher this year. Though she has just been here for 1 year, she has made an impact on us. She has shown us the importance of perseverance and believing in ourselves. To Ms. Janae, thank you for being so patient with our class. We wouldn't all be here today if it weren't for your help and support. Another one who has impacted us is Mr. Joe Mixon, who has been our geography, world history, U.S. history, and our government teacher. He has been with us since our freshman year. Mr. Mixon, thank you for your amazing worship that has made an impact in our journey with him.
Thank you for your patience and hard work to teach us every day everything we needed to know, even though there are those times where we would fall asleep in class. So thank you for being patient with us. To Miss Gitlab Whips, or Miss Joy to everyone, you have been our physical science teacher, biology, Palau history, and our English teacher. Thank you for your hard work and dedication. You have made an impact on us in imaginable ways. Thank you for your patience and support. To Mr. Caleb Mons, or Uncle Mons to some, thank you for taking the time to come here to Palau and teach. Though we weren't able to have class together, those, hi Uncle, do you have a class? What color is this? If you know what I mean, have made senior year memorable. So thank you for your time and support. To Miss Hannah Bungu. Miss Hannah has been serving as a missionary here in Palau for 6 years and teaching Bible for 4 years, and acted as the school chaplain for 4 years. Throughout her time here in Palau, she has made an impact on us and has grown the spiritual lives of countless amounts. Thank you, Miss Hannah, for your hard work and dedication to this school. Thank you for also being our mentor and our friend. Thank you for sharing us those life lessons that we will surely miss. Thank you for always being around to help and guide us, even though it's not part of your responsibilities anymore. Thank you for making Bible class memorable. Hi, Miss Karina Kajura. Look at where I am right now, standing up in front of everybody. I thought the last one would be during our finals, but I guess not. If you know me, I absolutely hate speaking in front of people, whether it be speaking for the class, the whole school, or the guests. I just get really nervous, but here I am today speaking in front. And this was all possible thanks to Miss Kajura. She has always brought us out of our comfort zone to help us become a better version of ourselves. She has taught us everything we need to know about public speaking. Thank you for all the patience and mercy you have given to the class in order to help us understand everything we needed. To Mr. Louis Parado and Mr. Frederick Maruri, our class sponsors, physics teachers, and PE teacher. Thank you for all the hard work and support you have given us this year. Thank you for being so patient with our class despite coming to practice really late. We wouldn't have been here today if it weren't for your help. So thank you. To Miss Cynthia, aka our mom, thank you for your hard work and dedication. From fixing our grades to giving us medicines whenever we feel sick. Thank you for being our mom that we can run to when we need anything. Thank you for letting us hang out in your office, even though we're not supposed to, and for always feeding us. Thank you for supporting our class and making our 4 years here in PMA memorable. We love you, Miss, and we will miss you. To Principal Abner Sanchez, thank you for the 4 years of being the principal of both SDA and PMA. Managing two schools at once isn't easy, so thank you for your hard work. Thank you for always supporting and believing in our class. To Mrs. Adeli Sanchez, thank you for always taking the time to support and guide us. Thank you for your guidance To Mr. and Mrs. Sanchez, thank you both for the 10 years of being an inspiration to everyone. I want to take this time to say thank you so much for everything you have done for the school. We will surely miss you guys and we hope to see you soon. Once again, to all the staff members, thank you for all the hard work and dedication. Each one of you guys have made an impact on us, and we, the class of 2023, wants to say thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you, Bianca, for that beautiful dedication. Before I share my message, I remember the day that you had to sign up for your electives. Mr. Mixon and I were trying to convince you to not remove your name from public speaking class. And I think everyone here could agree that you did a phenomenal job, and you did a great job as a public speaker. Right, everyone? Good afternoon once again to everyone, especially to the amazing class of 2023. This is a very special day, not only for you graduates, but also for your parents and guardians and family members. It's safe to say that those closest to you, they really know everything that you went through. All the struggles, all the successes, the totality of your experience and your journey. This benchmark is a celebration. So we honor you today, but I'd also like to thank all of you parents, guardians, and family members. It's because of you, your dedication, and the fact that you trust us with your children that we're able to have this opportunity. So we celebrate collectively, and I want to ask all of us to give ourselves, and let's give them a round of applause as well at this time. I'm very proud of you all, like I mentioned, collectively and as individuals. I think this class, I had more individual meetings than I have with any other class. That's not a bad thing, but we had a lot of one-on-one heart-to-hearts over the 4 years, and some even through some of the SDA days. But we've had a wonderful experience. You know, as I prepared my final message to you all, I think what you heard from me the most is, guys, hurry up, get to class. Don't be late. Remember your examples for the underclassmen. I want to share with you a final message for you all. And I've decided to share with you some important nuggets, some valuable nuggets that I've learned throughout my years, and especially that I've learned throughout my time at Palau Mission Academy. Consider these useful life hacks from Principal Sanchez. So I'm just going to share 3 things with you all, 3 simple things. The first lesson, or the first nugget that I'd like to share with you all is learn to invest in relationships and in people. Learn to invest in relationships and in people. See, God has given us all different abilities, different skills, and different talents. So we must use those and develop them throughout our time. High school has a very interesting way of highlighting academic successes specifically. However, we learned from Chaplain Hannah during her speech that success, it looks different for everyone. It's not the same for every individual. But within the talents that God has given you, develop those and use those in the best way that you can. Specifically, use those talents to develop meaningful relationships with people. As you go through life, you'll realize that the relationships that you make and the investment that you make in people can go and can take you a long way. Realizing that everyone has something special to offer and viewing people as children of God will help you impact many, many lives in a positive way. Treat all people with kindness and with love. And trust me, that's not always easy to do. I struggle with that at times as well. But we must always continue to try. Never stop treating people with kindness and with love. There's a famous Hollywood actor by the name of Tom Hardy, also known as Bane, right, from Batman. He has a famous quote that he says that he was taught. His parents taught him. He says, "I was raised to treat the janitor with the same respect as the CEO. If you invest in relationships and you treat everyone the same, you will always be rewarded at the end." The second nugget that I want to share with you all this afternoon is practice serving others selflessly. Practice serving others selflessly. You know, many societies around the world often value self-preservation and individual success. This is often ingrained in all of us from a very young age. However, we must go against the grain and practice selflessness. This happens when you intentionally think about helping others before thinking about self-gain. This is a lesson I learned when I became married to my beautiful wife. And then I was doing it again when I had children, being selfless. See, this is a small example of how we can be selfless. You know, if you're like me, you enjoy the last bite of the meal, right? The last piece of pizza. I always save a little crust and a little of the actual pizza, that last bite. Or the last piece of cheesecake at potluck everyone's fighting for at the Core SDA church. Or bibimbap at the cafeteria. Whatever the case may be, that last bite, I learned when I was married that you get greater satisfaction of sharing that with your loved one, with your wife, or your husband. And then when I had children, I was reminded of this again with my firstborn, that whatever I put into my mouth, that last bite, never made it all the way. Never made it all the way. Always share. Always be selfless. Sometimes we don't know how to think about others, but it's always just the small things. Start with the small things. We have to practice to be selfless. Matthew 20:28 says, "For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve others, and to give his life as ransom for many." The feeling that you get when you serve someone else is the greatest reward that you could ever experience. So I want to challenge all of us here, be selfless and practice serving others. The third and final little nugget that I want to share with you amazing graduates is never to forget the powerful love and mercy of our Savior Jesus Christ. Never forget his power, the love and mercy that comes from our Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ. I remember sitting with a few of you last year, this year, thinking of how can I motivate this young person to do everything possible to be able to graduate? What can we do to help? I know that it's only because of the power, the love, and the mercy of Jesus Christ that all of you are sitting here graduating today. We've all experienced ups and downs throughout these 4 years. You guys have survived the COVID era, survived and thrived, might I add. You've survived many, many things. You've seen many improvements. You've seen many changes throughout your times at Palau Mission Academy. We've had great experience together, but we've also mourned together and shared those moments together. When one of your classmates had to leave you, it was a very hard time, but you stuck together. And now, she's back celebrating together. See, all these things happen because of the love and the mercy that Jesus Christ has on us, and all of us as well. I want to remind all of us that everything good comes from the Lord. I want to read to you. It says, "Whatever is good and perfect is a gift coming down from us, from our God, our Father, who created all the lights in heaven. He never changes or casts a shifting shadow. God is always the same today, yesterday, today, and tomorrow." Everything that you've experienced, all the goodness that you've experienced in your life, is because of the love and mercy of Jesus Christ. My final plea to you all is that throughout your time, you've been able to collect enough tools that at some point, hopefully soon in your lives, if you haven't already, you can make a decision for Jesus Christ. You can accept him into your heart because he is good, he is loving, and he is merciful. Jesus is coming soon. And I extend this invitation to all of us here as well. Try him. Your life will never be the same. My family will miss you all very much. We've had great times together, like I said. But I know that this is just the beginning of the next chapter in your lives. And we'll always share that together. This is the end of one chapter, and we'll be moving to the next chapter. So on behalf of my lovely wife, Adeli, my firstborn, Riad, and my youngest, Meang, I want to share with you that we love you very much. But most importantly, God loves you. Thank you very much.
You've been walking the same old road for miles and miles. If you've been hearing the same old voice tell the same old lies, you're trying to fill the same old holes inside. There's a better life. There's a better life. If you've got pain, he's a pain taker. If you feel lost, he's a way maker. If you need freedom or saving, he's a prison shaking savior. If you got chains, he's a chain breaker.
If I search for the light of day in the dead of night, if I find the souls burn out in the same old fight, before trying to stay right, when there's a better life, there's a better life.
If you got pain, he's a pain taker. If you feel lost, he's a way maker. If you need freedom, saving, he's a prison shaking savior. If you got chains, he's a chain breaker. If you believe it, if you receive it, if you can feel it, somebody testify. If you believe it, if you can see it, if you receive it, somebody testify, testify. If you believe it, if you receive it, if you can feel it, somebody testify. If you got pain, he's a pain taker. If you feel lost, he's a way maker. If you need freedom or saving, he's a prison shaking savior. If you got chains, he's a chain breaker. If you need freedom or saving, he's a prison shaking savior. If you got chains, he's a chain breaker.
Today's speaker is a very influential and experienced individual. One of his longest running titles and accomplishments being his office as a senator that he's held for over 10 years. But today, he doesn't speak to us as Senator Whips or even as a PMA alumni returning the favor. He'd much rather be called Uncle Mason, and his favorite food is ramen from Fuji. And although he wishes he could fish more, he just doesn't have the time. And he's here hoping to offer us some words of wisdom at this crucial moment in our lives. Please welcome Senator Whips.
Give me a few minutes while I adjust myself. This podium is a bit low. I think it was made for short people like Abner. So graduates, I spent a lot of time figuring out what Uncle Mason is going to tell you today. I got this, I thought it was junk mail about a month ago from the principal, and attached to it was a letter from your class president, which he signed as well. But your president, Kyota Bell, asking me to be your commencement speaker. Yes, I did think it was junk mail. I thought I retired from doing commencement addresses. The last one I did for Palau Mission Academy, I don't remember. It was at least 10 years ago. I did speak at PHS somewhere around that time as well. But nonetheless, I am honored and humbled to be given this opportunity to speak to you this afternoon. Since I am an alumni of Palau Mission Academy class of 1990, I'd like to share a little bit about my graduation. It was not held in an air-conditioned building like this one. Smyrna, you may remember. Those of you who don't know Smyrna, she's Dilbadul's mom. We graduated together. It was in the gym. It was in the afternoon. It was very hot. We were wearing silver gowns. I don't know who picked the color, but I do like this color scheme. It's very nice. There were 13 of us, 8 girls, 5 boys, and believe it or not, even up until today, we still get together and reminisce about our times at PMA. Yeah, 33 years later. So you never know, someday one of you at the commencement address of the class of 2056 could be up here doing the same thing I'm doing, speaking to some of your classmates, children like Chipper. Oh yes, Oreng, I did go to school with your father. But PMA graduates are extremely lucky, and I think they're the most lucky graduates in Palau, and this is why. You get 3 programs to receive great pieces of advice. So, the graduation weekend started with Ms. Kajura with consecration on Friday night. And then on Saturday at the baccalaureate, Chaplain Hannah defined what success is. And today, I want to give you some important advice on, I did rewrite my speech, and I think I told Principal Sanchez, and I did tell Jay, it was don't be stupid. Now, I know that sounds a bit harsh, but it's something my kids hear me tell them all the time. I toned it down a bit, and my speech is going to be on how to be successful. You know what success is, Chaplain Hannah told you that. You know how God can help you there. That's what Ms. Kajira talked about. Today, I'm going to talk about how to be successful. So I believe there are 3 parts to being successful. Number one, God. Number 2, education. And you've already got those tools at PMA. You had God, you had education, but the last and most important, I think one of the most important components of it is, take a guess. Wow, I'm getting blanks. Hard work. I think Principal Sanchez mentioned a little bit of that. So, throughout my talk today, I'm going to be sharing some stories. I'm going to be sharing some Bible verses. I'm going to be sharing some quotes from some famous people that will reinforce what I'm talking about. So the first quote is, success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success, and greatness will come. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He has some smart things to say sometimes. You can laugh. So that's pretty interesting coming from him. Success isn't always about greatness, it's about consistency. And I believe he's referring to hard work. So no one has ever been successful by scrolling through Instagram. Yeah, I know what that is. Facebook. Yeah, I know what that is too. TikTok. Yeah, you can laugh. And Snapchat. And there's probably new ones coming out that I don't know about yet. But success does not fall into your lap. Success is earned. I know you understand this because you wouldn't be here today if it wasn't through blood, sweat, and tears. I believe there were some tears that allowed you to be here today. And that is part of the success we're celebrating this afternoon. Sure, you can argue that there is no one way to be successful without doing anything but perhaps winning the lottery. But did you know that 70% of lottery winners are bankrupt within 3 years? Why? They didn't work for it. They don't understand hard work and the success it could bring. So, it's only a three-page speech, and I'm losing my place. Okay, I'll get rid of that paper. Okay, let me continue. So, you're all going on different trajectories. I did have a chance to skim over some of your life plans because I wanted to figure out who you were and what you were planning to do with yourselves. Some of you plan to start working, maybe have babies. I hope that's not the case. Some of you plan to join the military. Some of you plan to go on to college. No matter what path you take to become successful, you should never stop learning. You know who said these famous words? I did. That's a quote from me. Never stop learning. As I finished college at Walla Walla University in 1994, I came back home. I started working. And somewhere after that, I married my high school sweetheart. You may know her as Miss Joy. Love you, babe. Marrying her was the best thing that ever happened to me. I still don't know why she said yes, but thank God she did. Nonetheless, I never went back to school, and after that I started having babies. That's what happens when you get married. And started raising a family. But that sort of led me to have a bit of an inferiority complex. All of my siblings have master's degrees. Some of them even have honorary doctorates. But, quite appropriate he decided to wear that today, huh? But that didn't stop me. I pushed myself to read technical books. I did my research on the internet, and I talked to my uncle, Uncle Google, a lot. I had long conversations with engineers and experts in construction because I never stopped learning. So over the years, I would have conversations with construction companies who have engineers, and who have people who have been in the industry for 20, 30, 40 years, and it's happened more than once. In those conversations, they would ask me, what engineering school did you go to? What engineering degree do you have? And I said, well, I don't have either one of those. I just never stop learning. So that's something I'd like to instill with you today, is to never stop learning. And another famous person always said, be the first to show up and the last to leave. You know who said that? I did. So I have two quotes for you today. Never stop learning, and be the first to show up and the last to leave. Being the first to show up and the last to leave means you are responsible. You take initiative, and people will rely on you because you are the first to show up and the last to leave. I want to talk about taking risks. How much time do I have, Principal? Can I let it ride? Are we good for 30 more minutes? When I get started, I can't really stop. I don't know if you knew that when you asked me to talk to you this afternoon. Don't worry, those envelopes will still be there when I'm done. Never mind the flowers. But I like to take risks. I like fast boats, fast cars, big trucks, you may know that. In high school, I would go off-roading before the compact road was built. Yeah, believe me, there was mud on this island before that road was built. And I have a story about that, but maybe I won't tell it to you today. I'll tell it to you another time. But I wanted to tie back to your aim, and it said something about embodying individuality, creativity, and success. So I have another story I'd like to tell about that. And it has to do with one of my personal heroes, my father. He's sitting in the front row, looking sharp in his suit today. He's here for his granddaughter, not for me. But many years ago, he started a small company called Surangul & Sons Company. He had a lot of challenges, but he came to the realization that he needed to expand what he was selling. So he spied a little bit on the competition and found a box with the name of a company, because he realized in order for him to compete, he needed to find a source for groceries. At that time, he was just selling frozen meat and chicken, but he wanted to sell mayonnaise and ketchup, and canned corn, salad oil, flour, all of that other stuff. But he didn't know how, and that's how he found out who the supplier was. So he saw on this box the name of a company in California. He didn't have any money at the time, so he asked a friend to borrow some money. The friend lent him $30,000. He picked out a nice suit, just like the one he has on today, got on an airplane and flew to Los Angeles with a briefcase with $30,000 in it. He rented a Lincoln Town Car. Do you know what that is? No? It's a big, black, fancy car. If you get married, or if you see the President of the United States, he rides around in one of those. That's a Cadillac, but it's a big, black, fancy car. People that are something, that's the kind of car they drive. He was putting on a show. He's an actor as well. So he rented a Lincoln Town Car, put on his best suit, drove up to that company, and walked in the front door. And he said to them, "I'd like to try out your products. I have a briefcase full of money here. I would like to do an initial order just to see if you have good stuff to sell." What he didn't know was those people have been to Palau before. And they asked him, "We've never seen your store." He says, "No, it's right downtown. I'm sure you might have missed it, but I just want to do an initial order." Well, long story short, they did agree to giving him his initial order with all the money he had. Actually, it was borrowed money. And that was before there was a building downtown in Koror, and before there was a building in Irai. So what does that tell us? Those of you who know my father know he believes in God. And I want to share a verse with you that is a true reflection of that. And that's in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths." I think if my father did that on his own, he probably would not have been successful. But it was through God's guidance he directed him to rent a Lincoln Town Car, to put on his best suit, and to show up with a briefcase full of money, which made him the success he is today. So, and I think, and I'm tying this back into your mission, and it's another famous quote, that tough times never last, only tough people last. And I think he's one of those guys who is a tough guy and he will last. By Robert M. H. Schuller. Yes, I did read your aim, motto, and mission. So, do any of you have iPhones? I don't like iPhones. I have Samsung. But that's okay. I am convinced about half of what separates the successful entrepreneurs from the non-successful ones is pure perseverance. You know who said that? Steve Jobs. He has something to do with iPhones. So I thought I'd ask you that question. So, my father took a risk and he was successful. But you can also take a risk and be a failure. But is a failure really a failure? Do we have time to talk about my car story? They said it's okay, they're nodding their heads, so I'm going to talk about it. Okay, this also has to do with PMA. Way back when I was there was no Reggie, there was no bus, there was no Marlon. It was strictly a dorm school, but some of us did not want to stay in the dorm, so we had to make our own way to school. I used to ride back from school with your auntie, Ore. Yeah. I'll tell you the name later. But it's a story that has to relate to the drive to school. I had a small car, 4-door, 2-wheel drive, sedan, and that's what I used to drive to school. But every now and then it would rain, and that was my excuse. I said, Dad, it's a big rain. I don't think my car can make it to school. I need to use the Isuzu Trooper. Do you know what an Isuzu Trooper is? No, I know Chipper knows. It's an SUV. And so my parents, the loving parents they allowed me to take our family SUV to school. I didn't necessarily need it to make it to school. What I would do is go off-roading after school. And I had a good time on rainy days, off-roading after school. One day, across from Dilbadul's uncle Amos's house on that hill, I drove the Trooper up there and I kind of got to the end of the road and I couldn't go any further, so I backed up and I fell into a big hole and the car couldn't move anymore. There wasn't a lot of people out at PMA at the time. There was nobody really living at Irigil. I had to walk all the way to the CB camp because I knew they had big trucks over there, and I asked the CBs if they can help me pull it out. What I didn't know was the Palauan guy that was there was my dad's cousin. That will come into the story later. Another day, so I thought it was all good. I pulled it out, no damage to the car. It was fine. A few weeks later, it was raining. I got the Trooper again after school. I was driving fast, and I lost control and laid it on its side. I had to walk out on the windows, open the back, walked out the back, and I stood beside the car wondering what I was going to do. I was lucky. 6 guys in a pickup showed up about 10 minutes later. And they were able to flip it up again and put it on its 4 wheels. So on my way back home, I was thinking about what I was going to do. Well, I says, okay, I can come up with a great story. So Mom and Dad were at work. I watched the car, and there was just a little bit of damage around the top above the doors, and that was it. No broken lights, no broken headlights. It was all good. So when my parents came home, I said, Dad, I damaged the car because on my way home, Auntie was on the side of the road and she was asked for help, and I went up and I pulled her car, but where she stayed, there were It was a narrow road and there were trees and stuff, and I said the car kind of went back and forth and bumped the top of that's why there's a dent. I said, okay, son, that's good. You tried to help your auntie. My mom's scratching her head because she remembers. This was 30-something years ago. So my dad spoke to my aunt later in the week. He then found out from his cousin at the CB camp sometime around that time. And for about 6 months, I no longer had a valid driver's license. And my dad had to drive me to school every morning, which was not fun, because I was reminded of what I had done. That's why he had to drive me to school. I rode back with Orang's aunt in the afternoons after school, and I had to tell all of my friends that I wasn't driving anymore because I did something I shouldn't have. So, was that success or failure, that story? I want to read a Bible verse to you that kind of sums up what happened in the story. But if you do so, then take note, you have sinned against the Lord. Be sure your sins will find you out. Numbers 32:23. Somebody's watching. You may think nobody's watching, but God is watching. Be sure your sins will find you out. Yes, I did get in trouble, but was it a failure or success? I learned valuable lessons about honesty, integrity, and responsibility. And all of these lessons I've carried with me until today. So in closing, today marks an important time in your life. I hope these Bible verses, quotes, and stories help you in your life ahead. Your Christian education has taught you to trust in God. Never stop learning because your education does not end today. And with hard work, you will be a success. Your parents, your guardians, and your family need you. Your church, your school, and your community need you. Get out there and start working. Join the military. Get more education. But most of all, come back because Palau needs you. I'm proud of you. You are the warriors of PMA, and I know you can all be successful. Congratulations.
And now I would like to request our speaker, Senator Mason Whips, aka Ango Mason, to please stand. We, the class of 2023, would like to thank you for your time and for the encouraging words you've given us. So as a token of appreciation, we would like to present to you a storyboard, class picture, and a certificate that reads, "This certificate of appreciation is presented to Senator Mason N. Whips in sincere recognition and appreciation of his invaluable service as guest speaker during the 60th commencement ceremony of the graduating class of 2023. Given on this day of Sunday, May 28, 2023 at the Ngarabayong Cultural Center."
inspiration from Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the graduating class of 2023, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here today as we celebrate our achievements. I want to take this time and thank our teachers, staff, and administrator for the support, guidance, and for showing the love of God through everything they do, and for all the life lessons that they've taught us, aka Miss Hannah. And now, to the graduates. Guys, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. We've been counting down the days, and the time has finally come. Today, it's our time to shine, as Malo would say. Over the past few years with you guys, I've seen us grow individually and together as a class. We've been through tough challenges individually and collectively. Through it all, we've been there for one another. I'm glad that as a class, we've always been so close. I'd say that our class trip that we had recently brought us much closer. We all know how that went. And so, to bring back that moment, as this is the last time we're all here together, I want to say farewell to each of you. You continue to inspire me and everyone with your leadership and basketball skills, and I look up to you for that. Bianca, your kindness and patience I will never forget. Dilly, you're truly talented in singing and a beautiful person overall. Jade, oh Jade, excuse me. You continue to put a bright smile to everyone that surrounds you and those who get to know you. Beyonce, you're a one-of-a-kind soul, and you deserve everything good that comes your way. Truly, I thank you for your service as secretary to the class and for all your hard work in helping me organize stuff. Journey, your efforts as my class treasurer, I will always remember. Daldil, your selflessness and willingness to help others is such a blessing. Dilums, you are so wise in all that you say and do. Malu, you continue to inspire others to be themselves every day. Oreng, your talent for art is truly a gift, and I was blessed to be gifted with one of your artworks. Hansen, your knowledge in history and politics is so inspiring. Robert, you've always been such a character in class. We all know how he is. Peter, you are and always have been so thoughtful to us all. Jaja, you are so kind to everyone you meet. Budul, you dance with so much flair and with the most beautiful smile. Bakaset Maal, your love for fishing is something I'll always remember, including your passion for shadowboxing. And Sikt, you light up every room that you walk into, and I'm so glad that you're back and graduating with us. And with that said, my wish for you guys as you set out to conquer the world is that your plans will be fulfilled. But never forget that the Lord is the one that determines your steps. And lastly, congratulations to you all. I love you guys.
Thank you, Mel. A beautiful tribute to your class. This time we're going to present subject awards for the various classes that the seniors participated in. But before I do that, I'd like to share a few of the accomplishments and recognize some of the students. You may notice that many of our students are wearing cords or hoods around their necks. The green cord that one person is wearing represents their 13-year tenure in the Palau SDA school system. One of our students has been in our school system from kindergarten all the way to their senior year, Ms. Urtay Suran. The purple cord denotes a student that has been at PMA all 4 years. And we have 17 of our 18 graduates have been part of our PMA for all 4 years. It's quite an accomplishment. With that being said, some of you may notice one of our students wearing a different colored gown than the rest. I'd like to take a few moments to just share a little bit about why this is the case. Dilsit Alibosang has been in our school system for many, many, many years, ever since first grade. And just up until recently, she had to leave Palau Mission Academy as she went to the United States to spend time with her mom, who was receiving treatment. A huge sacrifice that was made, yet a major sacrifice for her family. But I'm very proud that she's able to join us today and this weekend to celebrate graduation with her classmates. Kalia has graduated from Vancouver High School in Vancouver, Washington, but now she's able to be an honorary graduate, a guest graduate, and receive her diploma from Vancouver High School. She's able to receive that today and graduate alongside with her classmates. Kalia, I'm so happy that you're here with us. The blue cord that some of our students are wearing represents those students whose parents and or grandparents are alumni of Palau Mission Academy. We have 3 students who qualify for that. That is Bekasel, Keisha, and Hanson. Inside of your programs on the top left inside of your programs on the left towards the top right, there's a key that represents all their academic achievements. The white cord represents the honors category, and that honor is given to students with a 3.25 GPA through a 3.49 GPA. We had 3 students receive honors. The silver cord represents the high honors, with GPA ranging from 3.5 to 3.74. We also had 3 students receive that recognition. And the gold cord, which is the highest honors given to the students who received a grade point average from 3.75 to 4.0. We had 3 students also receive the highest honors. In total, 9 of our 18 graduating seniors are graduating with honors today. Additionally, we have students wearing white hoods with the National Honor Society emblem in the center. The National Honor, these 5 students were part of PMA's prestigious chapter of the National Honor Society. The National Honor Society is an organization for high school students in the United States and selected outlying territories. Students are part of National Honor Society based on their academic achievement and also the 4 pillars of excellence: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. So I'm very thankful that these 5 students were selected and maintained their status of National Honor Society. And lastly, with the academic recognitions, we have 3 Palau Mission Academy scholars in this batch. A PMA scholar is the highest academic achievement at Palau Mission Academy. It's given to a 4-year senior with a minimum grade point average of 3.75, over 100 hours of community service, and they have to have taken the highest academic track, which includes pre-calculus and physics, and also completed their necessary essay. I'm very happy that those students today will receive the highest honor, academic honor, and they'll be receiving the Advanced Academic Diploma. I'd like to ask those 3 students to please stand at this time. Ulte, Bianca, and Lireng. You may be seated. I'm very proud that most of our students, most of our graduating seniors, have plans for after high school. Like Uncle Mason mentioned, a couple of them have decided to go to the military, which we're very proud of and very thankful for your willingness to serve. A few also have selected to stay locally and attend Palau Community College. We have students who have been accepted to Hawaii Pacific, Washington State University, Oregon State University, University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, Virginia Tech University, Curtin University in Malaysia, and our very own Adventist University, La Sierra University. A great accomplishment for this wonderful class. Let's give them a round of applause once again. So at this time, I will be handing out the class awards. There are 2 categories for class awards. The first category is Most Improved Student, this award is given to the student who's shown most academic improvement or growth in the class, along with the greatest attitude for learning and improvement. And the second category is given to the most outstanding student in the particular subject, and that is given to the student with the highest academic grade in the actual class. And I'll be presenting these awards at this time on behalf of their amazing teachers. So the first award, the first certificate that I'll be presenting for Most Improved Student is for the Senior Bible class. So Most Improved Student in Senior Bible has been awarded to Mr. Hanson Campbell. The next award is also for Most Improved Student, and this Most Improved Student is in the class of Senior English class. This award goes to Mr. Bekasel Omelao. The next award is for Most Improved Student in Senior Algebra 2, and that award goes to Miss Jai Lu. The next award goes to the Most Improved Student in Pre-Calculus class. That award goes to Mr. Robert Gordon. So the next few awards, the next award goes to the Most Improved Student in Physics class, the Most Improved Student in Physics. Also, we'll start with the Most Outstanding, because they're the same person. The Most Outstanding Student in Senior Bible also goes to the same student. And Most Outstanding Student in Pre-Calculus goes to the same student. That is none other than Miss Bianca Adriano. The next award is given to the most outstanding student in senior Algebra 2 class. And this award is given to Mr. Peter G. The last three awards are going to go to the same person. Most Outstanding Student in Senior English, Most Outstanding Student in American Government, and Most Outstanding Student in Physics. The award goes to Ms. Ulte Surang. This time, last but not least, the senior class will receive their graduation diplomas. Please stand.
Ulte Angeli Remengasao Surang. Ute is the valedictorian. She has highest honors. She is a PMA scholar and National Honor Society. Bianca Nicole Torres Adriano. Highest honors, salutatorian, PMA scholar, and national and PMA scholar. Zeta Dilirang Okulele Ikertang. First honorable mention, PMA scholar, National Honor Society. Bel Sesungil Kyota. Honors and National Honor Society. Jade Saadui Lolubak. Beyonce Ngasamong Meril.
I can get a close up of the faces. That's just about it. No, it's clear when I aim your face.
Trudy Marie Saralur. Journey Biel Emmanuel. Honors.
That's very good.
Jamia Taldil Niatregda. Anoa Ani Biloms Mesebelu. High Honors and National Honor Society. Malu Lusa Isaac. Charlize Oreng Malia Delay. High Honors and National Honor Society. Hanson Kubari Hindenburg Campbell. Robert Metal Gordon. Honors. Peter G. Liu Jia. Dilbedul Kisha Motel. Bagasel Herman Omalao. Kalia Vilsikt Elibosan.
I'd like to address the Palau Mission Academy Senior Class of 2023. Because you have successfully completed all of your graduation requirements, according to the Ministry of Education and the Department of Education of the Guam Micronesia Mission of Seventh-day Adventists, I am recommending to our school board chairman to accept your requirements as completed.
We do.
At this time, I would like to ask the senior class to move your tassel from right to left. And for the very first time, I'm proud to introduce to the world Palau Mission Academy's alumni class of 2023. Congratulations. You may be seated. You may be seated. You may be seated.
Well, first of all, congratulations, class of 2023. Today is one of those days we have to say goodbye. So before we do that, I'd like to ask Adeli, Liao, and Meang to join us up here on stage. You know, it's hard to imagine that 10 years ago, at graduation, we were here and we announced a new principal and his lovely wife that were going to come to Palau. They came and they'll be leaving with 2 plus 2. But you know, it has been an incredible journey. And we are truly grateful for Principal Sanchez and Mrs. Sanchez for the 10 years they have given to the education of our children. They have truly been the light to bring our children closer to God. The whole reason we have Christian education is to share God's love. And you, the both of you, have been an example of that. You know, no other missionary from outside of Palau has lasted in Palau more than 5 years as principal. The Sanchez's doubled that. And I think those are big shoes to fill. But on behalf of the school board, on behalf of the church, and on behalf of all the students, I would have to say that maybe over 300 graduates since you've been principal, and the lives that you have both impacted, we say thank you. Kamram Sula. So, we usually give certificates, but I wanted to make sure, you know, certificates sometimes they fade away. So it's not quite like Fred Flintstone and his stone tablets or the 10 Commandments, but a little storyboard to demonstrate the appreciation that we have, and something that hopefully you can treasure and hold wherever you may go. And hopefully that wherever you may go comes back to Palau, right? But we like the verse and what it says. It says, "For God is not unjust to forget your work and the labor of love which you have shown toward His name, in that you have ministered to the saints and to minister." This is found in Hebrews 6:10. So the legend that's on here is about the bird with the light. And whenever you get lost at sea, you can follow the light home. So keep sharing this, keep guiding and sharing the light on your new journey. I know that Principal Sanchez will be leaving us. He'll be going to Texas. But you know what he did? He kept the recruitment materials there, because I'm going to still help you get teachers to Palau. So thank you. You know, you and Adeli and Rial and Liang will always be remembered. And we don't say goodbye, we say till we see you again, right? Thank you. And could I ask Miss Margie and Davis to come up here? So today, we are very fortunate that the selection committee for the school board and did not have to go far. We found someone here who volunteered to apply. You know, Miss Margie has been a teacher here for, is it 6 years already. In fact, everybody at the academy, she's taught because she's been 8th grade and 7th grade, or 8th grade and 7th grade teacher. We wish her and Davis the best. We pray for them because they have big shoes to fill, but we know that God is always in control and God is always leading us, and we're just so thankful and grateful that you have accepted the call to be leading out at PMA this coming year. So, thank you, and God bless.
Trust in you and know that you are with me forever. I confide in you, 'cause you're the only answer that matters. Even in the darkness, you will be my light. Even when I'm hopeless, you will be my guide. I will not be shaken, I will not be moved. Even in the chaos, I know that you're good. You're the keeper, protector. It is you that holds us together when everything else fails us. It is you that holds us together. I will trust in you, your thoughts and plans of me, they are good. And I wait on you, and know that you will see me through. Even in the darkness, you will be my light. Even when I'm hopeless, you will be my guide. I will not be shaken, I will not be moved. Even in the chaos, I know that you're good. You're the keeper, protector. It is you that holds us together when everything else fails us. It is you that holds us together, hold us together. You're the keeper, protector. It is you that holds us together when everything else fails us. It is you that holds us together. You're the keeper, protector. It is you that holds us together when everything else fails us. It is you that holds us together.
Before we conclude our program, I'd just like to kindly remind our audience, family, and friends that as our graduates, as our alumni depart from this place, please allow them the opportunity to head out and then come back in to their designated spaces all around the indoors of the facility. That is where you can meet them. You can just stay seated and wait for them to return, enter. You can see their names are posted, designated all around the facility. So please kindly allow them to exit and then to return so we can greet them properly. Thank you so much. And also, if we can have this side clear the chairs for our places for our graduates. Thank you so much. At the end of the program.
Please, let's bow our heads for our closing prayer. Let's bow our heads for our closing prayer, please. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this wonderful day. Lord, thank you for these amazing people who came, our families and friends who came to support us. And I'm so thankful for my class of 2023. Lord, please be with us and keep us safe. And please be with Mr. Sanchez, all of our teachers who are leaving. Lord, please be with us and guide us with your wisdom and knowledge. In your holy name I pray, amen.
be my light. Even when I'm hopeless, you will be my guide. I will not be shaken, I will not be moved. Even in the chaos, I know that you're good. You're the keeper, protector. It is you that holds us together when everything else fails us. It is you that holds us together. I will trust in you, your thoughts and plans of me, they are good. And I wait on you, and know that you will see me through. Even in the darkness, you will be my light. Even when I'm hopeless, you will be my guide. I will not be shaken, I will not be moved. Even in the chaos, I know that you're good. You're the keeper, protector.